Mic check, 1 2 3. What's up YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 1 of the Monsoon Rides series. Well, I thought of doing a 4-part series of this monsoon season rides where I wanted to go explore 4 sites of around Hyderabad for some breakfast rides. That's going to be on the weekends, maybe Saturday or Sunday, depending on the flexibility and the availability of my time. So yeah, if anyone's interested, you guys could also join it. I'll drop the next 3 locations details in the description below, and feel free to DM or head over to Instagram about joining the ride. Today we are going to the S4 food courts, which is located on Shamirpet to Siddipet highway. Well, I have been to that place a few times in the last few months. I like the breakfast over there, and I thought I would just get started with this series going to that place. Today we are riding the Hunter 350. You guys might have seen this bike in my previous videos. This is one of my friends. This bike has also come to Sri Salem in my video. This is 2024 bought. I got my Duke 390 in 2023. So after that, my friend bought this vehicle. I am hoping it to be in 2024 because just only 2 months left. If he did buy that soon, I'm guessing it's 2024 bought. Talking about this vehicle, it's very smooth. You know, coming from the Duke 390, I don't feel any vibrations. Not any vibrations, but I don't feel pretty much vibrations to the handlebar and the foot pegs, especially to the seat. I think he got a custom seat installed from Royal Enfield itself. And again, the KTMs are known for that aggressive grunt and that insane power delivery, hence the vibrations, which is acceptable. Yeah, riding this bike is kind of very enjoying. The reason why I am driving this vehicle today is I am going to sell my Duke 390 very soon for a greater good reasons. I'll be sharing that in maybe a few months later. So as I said, I'll be selling my Duke 390 very soon. So I don't want to clock more kilometers on that vehicle to get a decent resale value. In the frame today, accompanying a ride, that's a Jimny. Very subtle modification, not much. It's looking really good with minimal touch of a basic tint and the ladder and the spoiler on top and a little bit of antenna. That's good. That's looking good. Well, this bike doesn't really underperform. Given the 350cc engine, I'm not feeling underpowered at all. I really enjoy driving motorcycles and doing the morning ride, so I'm happy. And a few people ask me, why do you love motorcycles and why do you like motorcycles so much and what's the obsession towards it? Why do you keep changing them? I just give them the one-word answers: peace. I find peace in them, and I spend so much. I am used to the quick shifter on my Duke 390, and I was about to upshift without using clutch. Then I just realized that this vehicle doesn't have a quick shifter. I have to be a little bit conscious when I'm doing the gear shifts. Well, the whole idea of doing this monsoon rides series is that I basically don't like riding in the rain, and there are a few reasons to it. Number one is that it hinders the visibility. When it's raining and you have all the water droplets on your visor, you won't be able to see clearly through. You don't have much traction. That also scares me so much. And the braking. I feel so many people do the panic braking because of the above mentioned 2 reasons, the visibility and the traction. So it is definitely something that I don't like doing it, but I just wanted to get out of my comfort zone. And I also bought a raincoat a few days ago. And that's 1300 rupees, man. Inflation is eating up the whole income. Not just the raincoat, I'm just talking about many things that the prices have gone up. What we could do just to increase your income. I also wanted to experience how it would feel like riding in the rain, or else at least a small drizzle, which is acceptable. A slight drizzle is still fine. Riding in the complete rain, not like pouring insanely, but a decent amount of rain, it would definitely upskill your riding, and you'll learn a lot about the road and how do you deal with multiple kinds of situations. So yeah, this gives you more exposure to next level of riding. Hilux, that's a nice looking Hilux. What the hell is that number? It's a crazy number. TG17 and 7771. That was nicely put. I think this guy waited for that number for some time. I hope. Toyota Hilux was one of the most lately released vehicles into the Indian market because it has got good exposure and good name in the international markets. It goes to multiple terrains and Toyota's reliability is what you don't have many complaints about. One of the favorites to many people in India right now, and many people, and one of them is me. I'll probably look at owning one when I get to, because it takes me to the different terrains, and the trunk, it gives me access to take my motorcycle as well. So just imagine you're going on a trip and you have your motorcycle behind your car. That gives you insane flexibility of switching between the driving. If you want to drive on your bike, get that bike down out of that trunk and start riding. That's crazy. Talking about the Toyota Hilux, and I see a Toyota showroom. Insane level of coincidence. Why is that lane split? Oh man, I should have gone that way. Okay, nevertheless, there's tarmac here as well. So yeah, I thought it would take half an hour. Be reaching a little bit early. I called my friend. I think I woke him up with my call. Let's see how long does it take to get ready and show up at the meeting point. Well, all riders love the winters because, you see all these greens. That's because of the rainy season. The plants, trees and bushes grow more, you see more greenery, and the temperatures go down. That's what riders love. Once I turn right here, you'll see more of that greens because the area is so good. Damn, the clouds are moving so close. They're moving fast. Can you guys see it? This is what it's all about, the weekend rides. The peace that I was talking about, and accompanied by the nature. That's fun. These are the kinds of people who don't have patience. When you just see the green light and just in a split second, they start honking. Come on, man. People just ignore being sensible on the roads. They just don't care about the others. Forget caring about the others. They don't care about themselves. Alright, well, I'm meeting one of my friends in just a few minutes. I don't think you guys have seen him in my previous videos. He'll be coming on a classic 350. He got that bike maybe under a year ago. He just started riding. We did a small ride together a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to record that. I think he's very much excited about doing the rides, and he's getting used to that vehicle. I hate water, man. He said there'll be a more supermarket somewhere here. Yeah, I think this is the one. I don't know, but I'll just stop here. Puro natural. Okay, let's wait for him. Okay, let's go. My friend is here. He's riding the classic 350. Oh, his right side indicator is broken. Not sure if he's aware of it. Bloody fuckers, man. Hey, doggo, you cannot stop in the middle, buddy. In the last ride, he mentioned that the mirrors are not really usable. They're not turning the way, they're not flexible the way they have to be. And he also mentioned that Royal Enfield guys said there's nothing they can do about it. How strange is it? Okay, he's riding good enough than last time. Do you think this is the right place to get ready? Well, talking about this route, I might have mentioned about it already in my previous videos that I like choosing this route because it's all green to the sides, good tarmac, and most riders choose this route. It's really good to ride along this way, and this route especially gives a cool climate and the vibe is really good. I enjoy riding this kind of roads. Last time when I drove that vehicle, I felt it very heavy. Not sure of the weight numbers, but Duke 390 is very light motorcycle given the power delivery that it has and the insane grunt that offers. And the Duke 390 is insanely powerful. This is kind of the piece that every rider would like to enjoy. Because of that one truck, this whole people are waiting behind. They can't even overtake. Well, at least they are following the lane discipline. At some places, people don't even follow and just swerve around into the wrong way, create chaos to other people. Just imagine the same road in the peak winter. You see fog all around. That's going to be a crazy view for all the riders. Alright, this vehicle feels a little more comfortable than my Duke 390 because of the seat and because of the comfortable riding position and obviously the lesser vibrations, which has a trade-off with the power delivery. I think I'll have to get used to it for the next few rides. The braking is also good. I wouldn't complain because the bite is really progressive. I don't feel any lag with it. People say that Duke 390's braking is one of the best, but for some reason I don't feel that way. My Duke 390's braking is a little bit slow, but with this vehicle I get it instantly. Dude, come on Varun, you should be riding at least 80s, man. Can't keep going this way. It is definitely fuel efficient, not something that I enjoy while riding. At least 80 to 100s is my sweet spot. Well, this is one of the other breakfast places that I like. Last time we have been to this place, Puri over here is really impressive. I did like it so much. I think I should let him know that he should be riding at least 80s. This way I'm not gonna enjoy it. You know, the curves like this, sport bikers favorite. They can lean through that corner and enjoy bending the bike so much. I miss my days on my RC390 because I used to bend that vehicle so much that it didn't scrape my knee though, but I did enjoy riding it so much. I think I'm gonna ride a Scrambler 400X very soon. For the next weekend ride, I could get that Scrambler 400. Look at that guy. He just swerved around. Now he's giving indicator. Come on, dude. Even that riding group is not riding hard. I think they are also enjoying the climate, enjoying the road. Maybe they'll just hit maximum of 100s. Well, that's the whole point, right? Enjoy the ride, have some good time, eat good breakfast, get back home. This is bad. This is really bad. I shouldn't be going this way. Don't have much tarmac here. Okay. Okay. Let's do a little bit of adventure. I hate this, man. Varun, be careful. Okay. Keep going. All right. I mean, looks like a decent place. I'll just probably stop here and not invade them. And this level of off-roading is still manageable with all kinds of vehicles. But if you have the ADVs, you'll probably enjoy it more because they are made for that kind of off-roading and stuff. So I hate these kind of roads, man. Not bad experience at all. You know, these kind of detours and off-road sessions give more fun to you. Peaceful route, look at the view. This is what I look forward to when I come to the weekend rides. There used to be a time when breakfast on wheels was very trending and they had very similar taste, all of them in the city. But nowadays the taste is completely gone and it's very hard to find some good places for it. There are very few places, very few bundis that a decent taste now. Because of many factors, the taste is being compromised, and health, don't even ask about it. You just have to survive on the roads and just eat that stuff. If you want that taste, you might need to search for the better one and you have to fight for it. Let me know in the comments below which breakfast on the wheels like Bandi Tiffins, super tasty in the Hyderabad city. I'll just go sometime and try it out. Just let me know in the comments below and I'll go there. Wow. I mean, look at this view, man. This is amazing. So the breakfast place we are going now is the S4 Food Courts. I think some of the people already know about it. The best thing is that they have ample amount of parking space. You can come in cars as well, and I like the breakfast over there, especially the masala dosa and the sambar. It is super good. Do stop by that place and taste it. If you don't like it, I'm not responsible. I see that some of the bikers are choosing this destination for their weekend rides. This highway is also good. I mean, the first pick would definitely be the Hill Park. That highway demands speed. I would definitely choose this one as my second option, the S4 Food Courts. Peaceful highway. I mean, right from the beginning, you have seen that The highway has been very peaceful, not much traffic, and you enjoy the ride with this greenery and the cool temperatures. Obviously the ride would be wonderful. You just have to come to this place, man. If any rider out there struggling to find a good destination for their weekend rides, I would definitely suggest the S4 food courts. Try it out once, and if you don't like it, let me know in the comments below, and we can find another beautiful spot for the weekend rides. Both can do some weekend rides together and have some fun. Right, Varun is catching up. I like that. He should be doing at least 70s and 80s. That motorcycle is definitely capable of doing 80s, but not more than that because it's made like a gun, not like a bullet. Well, the weather is pretty much supportive today. I did get a chance to fly my drone, and this is the kind of weekend rides I was expecting. Looking at these open stretches, I get a tingling feeling that open the throttle, hit as hard as I can. This is not my bike, so I'll just be a little bit careful, and my friend is behind. I don't want to make him feel he's left behind. Let's cruise peacefully and have some fun on the weekend vibe. I will surely miss my 390 in the future as well. I think taking this ride would take us to the Konda Pochamma Sagar Reservoir, which is being closed for a few months. They're not even opening it up. I think there are multiple entrances to it, but still every entrance is closed. It used to be one of the pretty much visited places a few years ago, and the water in the reservoir was also really good. Maybe being very much crowded was the reason that they had to close it. Well, we are constantly hitting 80. That's the least we could do on the highways, because if you don't do at least 80s, you will be late for your destination. These mirrors are vibrating like hell. I ran out of my GoPro battery and no more vlogging. I'm just about to eat the breakfast, and after getting done, we'll head back home. I might probably choose a different way because I'm just thinking to reach home a little bit faster. Maybe a small detour, but yeah, I'll let my friend know that I'm going to take a different route. Yeah, I think I'll just end the vlog here. I'll see you in the next one. Ride safe.